Up on Colonial Sports Center is a record-breaking weekend at the 84 Lumber Arena as RMU's number 23 went for the record.
The latest Colonial to reach the big leagues in football sits down in studio with our very own Hannah Smith.
Coming up next. Welcome back to a friendly lavender episode of Colonial Sports Center. I am John Fisher.
And I'm Kristen Kulla. And boy, do we have a lot of sports for you today.
And we have breaking news out of Mount St. Mary's University as the Robert Morris men's basketball team increased their record to 9-10 as they took down the Mountaineers 63-59 in overtime. Bad night for Lucky Jones, not even eclipsing 5 points with 4 personal fouls. And Marquise Reed led all scorers with 21 points.
You know, both Lucky and Marquise have having impeccable games thus far this season. So, I mean, it's kind of time that they have a little bit of a dry spell.
And we're going to talk to both later in the show with Ian Kiss. Sits down with Marquise Reed and Lucky Jones to talk more about who they are as players, especially Reed's dominance thus far. So we're going to go from the hardwood to the ice as friend of the show and RMU legend Chris Kuznarek proved to the world that cancer can certainly be beaten. 2 years ago, he was told that he was cancer-free. On January 14th, it was the 2-year anniversary, and he decided to celebrate the only way that he knows how, and that is with a hat trick. In a game against the Tulsa Oilers in the ECHL, Kuznarek knotted 3 goals in a shootout loss, although he did say, however, that, quote, "Last week I finally got my results back from my blood work, and I am celebrating 2 years of remission. The same day I netted my first career pro hat trick. It doesn't get a whole lot better than that," end quote.
The men's hockey team stayed busy during their doubleheader weekend against AIC in Friday's game. The team was going for records this time. The Colonials tallied 5 goals in Game 1 against the Yellow Jackets. RMU held AIC scoreless till the third, where even 2 last-minute goals weren't enough to defeat the Colonials. Brady Ferguson, Scott Jacklin, and Daniel Levins all had 1 goal and an assist, while the PK went 4 for 6 on the evening.
Coming off of their win from Friday night, it was apparent that the Colonials could score without their captain, Cody Wido. Something special, however, would happen the next evening on Saturday. So let's take a nice drive down to the island, shall we? It was a dry and beautiful day right down the road from Coriopolis at Neville Island, and last weekend was Military Appreciation Weekend, so you can see from the Colonials the Cargo Unis. Great day and a great cause. So Terry Schaefer pressured early on with a barrage of shots. And next, nearing periods, and Andrew Orzelak short-handed, came up just a little bit short, no pun intended. Now, second period we go. Butch Cassidy finds his Sundance Kid. Matt Cassidy to David Gandara for the score, 1-0 AIC.
Net gets dislodged on that one.
Certainly did after the fact, though. So Army looking for the equalizer. Brady Ferguson shot deflects up the body, and Zach Lynch picks up the garbage. D2 Mighty Ducks reference there. 1-1. Robert Morris University. A few minutes later, Alexander McMillan for the Yellow Jackets passes in a good deed gone done. 2-1 AIC. That's not how the saying goes. Exactly 6 minutes later, you can even time me on it. Jeff Jones following passes to Greg Gibson, a la Ovechkin, in another equalizer. Apparently, they love to tie. As a coach, I would say that's the wrong thing to do. So we're moving on already. Nathan Longpre, score record for points. Cody Wido, he already has the goals. He wants the point one next. We're going to keep you updated here on the career points tracker. Cody Wido, that's number 1. Before the end of 2, Wido gets the secondary assist on the Lynch power play goal. 3-2, Robert Morris heading into the third. Now 3 minutes in, Jacqueline to Lynch to Wido. We psyched you out. They hit the side of the net. Still at 135. Wido, dun-dun-dun, and he now has 136 points. He's 3 away from the record, 4-2. Robert Morris.
You can tell he's getting excited, getting up there, creeping up in points.
28 seconds later, Wido passes to Jacqueline. When you miss once, you always try again. Now we're 1 away. Wido, 5-2. Robert Morris. This isn't Wido, but Brandon Denham, he's great. Puts one home on the tally. 6-3, Robert Morris. And moving on, 6-4. Give everyone a goal. You get a goal. You get a goal. It's the Oprah Winfrey Show. Everyone gets a goal. At 7-4, Robert Morris. 138. It stands still. Now here's a moment that Cody Wido will never forget as he finally ties Longpre. Remember 139? He needs one more, and he scored 8-4. Longpre and Wido were tied for less than 2 minutes. And by that man, a Coke, sir. Now the record holder for points and goals, and the hat trick to boot, Cody Wido, 9-4. So Wido eclipsed the 4-year-long record that former Colonial Nathan Longpre set in 2011. His first ever 5-point game passed Longpre with 139 points, and there's still a third of the season left on the docket.
Anytime you can break records like that, it's just a really good feeling. I just got to give credit to my line mates that I've had. I've done with Zach Lynch and Scott Jacqueline going on 2 years for this year. And then before that, I was with Jacqueline and Brace. So me and Jacqueline have been together for 3 years almost now.
All right, now you seem to be on fire tonight. You haven't scored a goal in basically over a month. What did you do differently tonight?
Nothing really. I just stuck to my same game plan. I've just pretty much capitalized on my chances I had today, which I haven't been doing in the other games.
All right, and then what do you think the key was for winning this game tonight?
We just stuck to a game plan and knew we could outplay them in their zone and our zone. We just tried to get pucks out real quick of our zone and stay in their zone most of the game.
All right, and then one last question. How did it feel to play for Military Appreciation Night, being that your brother is actually a Marine?
Yeah, anytime you can play for the military like that, it's a really big game for us. I mean, we support our troops and everything they do, and we just want to give back anything we can to them.
All right, thank you so much.
Line mates Cody Wido and Scott Jacqueline had an impressive weekend against AIC, which earned them both AHC Players in this case, of the week. Both players combined for 13 points in just 2 games. Jacqueline notched 2 goals and 5 assists, while Wido was able to score a hat trick along with 3 assists. Both players were also dubbed to Travel Team USA Co-Players of the Week.
Don't forget, you can vote for Cody Wido as the Hobie Baker Award winner this year. Currently, Wido has 1,094 votes. You can vote daily at www.hobiebaker.com/awards/the-hobie-baker-memorial-award/vote. Mouthful, but it's worth it.
I know it's a lot of dashes there, but before the men's team took on AIC Friday night, the women's hockey team battled against Quinnipiac Bobcats in their first game of the weekend. Could the women's defeat number 4 ranked Quinnipiac? Down to 84 Lumber we go again. You know, John, it's always an exciting game whenever these two teams go up against each other. Never a dull moment.
And when the Bobcats goalie is as good as Patrick Waugh.
Oh, well, here you're going to have Mackenzie Johnson, who's going to pass it to Anissa Gamble, who shoots it and scores, and RMU gets it up early 1-0. And here Quinnipiac's going to bring it in. Johansson is going to shoot it to Dodds, but great save by the goaltender. Coming up here in the second, a shot gets dumped in, and Taylor Cianferno is going to shoot it, but Dodds is right there to save it. Right off the face-off, Quinnipiac's going to shoot it to the glove side. Emma Woods is going to shoot it in. Nicole Costa plays it across, and there you go. Quinnipiac ties it up 1-1. Now coming in here, Rebecca Vince faces off, and she's going to do a 2-on-1, shoots it, and it's saved by Landon. Nicole Connery passes it to Costa. But guess what? She's going to get her own rebound, shoots it back in. Dodds is right there to save it. And going into the third, Connery is going to get it, shoots the glove side of Dodds. But right there is going to get stopped. Any relation to Sean
Connery?
Probably not, but okay. I bet you she gets that a lot. You know, Kolalis is going to get it to Tamberg, who passes it to Vince. And there you get it. RMU up 2-1. Tamberg down to Woods. To Cianferno, who shoots it in past Dodds and ties it up once again, sending us in to extra hockey. Now Cianferno is going to pass it off to Baumgard, who shoots it stick side off of Dodds. Colonial fell to the Bobcats 2-3 in overtime. RMU's penalty kill got some work fending off 3 of the 4 man advantages. Jessica Dodds had an impressive night as well, stopping 41 of 44 shots. Although RMU wasn't able to defeat Quinnipiac Friday, maybe the girls had better luck Saturday afternoon in Game 2 on the weekend.
The Colonials nearly pulled off the greatest upset in RMU history since they beat Mercyhurst not once, but twice to become CHA champions in 2012. However, goaltender Chelsea Layden decided to step up her game on Saturday, so Layden posted her 12th shutout of the season. That's not a typo, folks, as the number 4 Quinnipiac Bobcats finished the sweep with a goose egg on the opposite side of the scoreboard. In truly embarrassing fashion, not the best game from the Colonials. However, we're running out of time. Well, at least for this segment.
Yeah, but make sure to stay tuned because we have a lot of basketball coming up, and even a men's team makes NEC rookie for the 4th time this year.
Even an NFL player, yeah, we said it, coming up next. the Red Sea. They need to be able to feed themselves. Penn State couldn't beat the Colonials in a game. It truly was a shame. And then Sacred Heart pioneered.
The RMU Century Media app is your mobile resource for all news Robert Morris. With access to campus news, RMU sports, and lifestyles, as well as RMU radio and RMU TV, the RMU Century Media app allows you access to all the information you need, no matter where you are. You'll have access to thousands of articles already online, and the new ones that are added daily. Download the RMU Century Media app for free today.
Hello, I'm back. How are you?
I missed you.
I missed you too. Choo choo! They're a train that keeps on rolling. Who would win in a fight, Ditka or a hurricane? I swear, each year could become a feel-good movie for the whole family. They just aren't losing. It's a shame, isn't it? Do you know how to tame a tiger? Either grow up with them or keep one as a pet like Mike Tyson.
Thank you, John. It's a pleasure being by your side.
Okay. Wasn't that embarrassing? I tell you what, despite a bad non-conference schedule, the RMU men's basketball squad is beginning to find their stride in the Northeast Conference play, unlike mine on this show. The bright lights of ESPNU showcased RMU taking on St. Francis Brooklyn, as Brent Jones notched 23 points as the Terriers improved to 4-1 in NEC play. After a strong start, the Colonials ended the game on a 1-for-13 skid from the field in the final 4.5 minutes.
The Colonials have been making headway in the NEC, and on Sunday they tried to continue it, only this time against conference foe Sacred Heart. Could the Colonials make it out on top? Down to the hardwood we go at the Charles L. Sewell Center on the campus of Robert Morris University. It's real fast.
That was really descriptive for something that's up the hill.
But hey, you want to know what's descriptive? That little tap in there that Sacred Heart had. Marquise Reed is going to bring
Is
it
it
in,
though?
but shoots a little floater
Okay.
here. Lucky Jones going to have a lead pass here, up ahead. And alley-oop goes left to right. And then Sacred Heart's going to shoot a three. Rodney Pryor had the fake here. Shoots it, dukes it out, drives it to the middle, and just a little lob in to get the two and the foul. Here, Pryor's going to pass it to Lucky Jones for three. And you think that's the first time that we shoot it here? Nope. Lucky Jones going to shoot another three, this time from the corner. Now Pryor is going to come up here. Number 4, Phil Gento is going to shoot it up from NBA range. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, even with two defenders in his face.
I've seen Carvel do that a lot more.
Well,
Just saying.
He's not here anymore, so we gotta go for Sacred
Darn
Heart.
shame.
But here, Jordan Allen's gonna get it up here for the digs and the layup. Marquise Reed, that actually is Jordan Allen.
Okay, it is Jordan Allen.
It is
How about
Jordan
that?
Allen. Lionel Gomez is gonna get it into the post, but passes it out to Marquise Reed. He's gonna fake it in, and then a nice little floater there. Kane Brown is gonna come in, drive in, but then Lionel Gomez is gonna draw the foul, and Sacred Heart gets 2. Here you're going to have Reed to David Apollon and shoots it up, non-contested.
I have a great friend, loves Marquise Reed.
Oh, really?
Fun fact.
Well, fun fact here, Reed is going to come in and goes 2-on-1 and through defenders, makes it. Impressive drive there. Pryor's going to pass it over to Tate for the slam dunk. Now it's also excited here. Stewart is going to pass it into a bounce pass to Andre Frederick, who shoots it for a jump shot.
You sound like you
Goes
love your
in.
job.
I love my job.
H-A-P-P-Y.
The one who also loves his job, Aaron Tate there with the slam dunk. But then here you're going to have Reed passes to Jones for a 3 and makes it. And if that wasn't enough, here Kayvon Stewart has an impressive drive of his own, gets a pass to defenders, spins it around, goes up the middle, and an incredible layup by the Colonial. The Colonials crushed the Pioneers 85-65. Freshman guard Marquise Reed had an impressive showing with 24 total points and ripping down 6 rebounds. Senior guard forward Lucky Jones recorded yet another double-double, and RMU shot 55% from within the arc.
Marquise Reed has had quite the season thus far. Reed's performance this past week has earned him yet again NEC Rookie of the Week for the 4th time this season. In just the past 2 games, Reed averaged 21.5 rebounds and 4 assists, while shooting 50% from the field and 67% from beyond the arc.
Starting in 2011, RMU men's basketball head Corn Williams next. Carvel Anderson nearly scored 1,000 points in 2 seasons. Now they have a Marquise Reed who's on a firing on all cylinders. Already with 4 NEC Rookie of the Week awards, our own Ian Kist talked with Reed and a few of the other teammates and played thus far in the development of his game.
As a collegiate basketball team tries to compete and be victorious in their conference, they need a few players to step up and be leaders. For this Colonials basketball team's current season, 2 guys showing that they have what it takes to be that type of player are freshman Marquise Reed and transfer player Rodney Pryor.
First, it was kind of difficult adjusting to the college game and the speed of the game and stuff, but once I got into a flow of everything, it just started flowing in with my natural game.
One of the things we thought about Marquise was we knew with the graduation of Carvel Anderson that we were going to need someone to come in and help score the ball. Marquise throughout his career has always been a guy who scored at a high level. We didn't realize he would score at this high a level, but we knew that he'd be a guy who, when he got into the game, would be aggressively looking to make plays offensively.
Reed and Pryor are looking for someone to look up to on this team, and they found that in senior player Lucky Jones.
I looked up to Lucky and Dave, our seniors. I looked up to everybody on the court just to see how they brought their attitude to the game of basketball, just see how they prepared themselves and see how their mentality was.
You know, just bringing them in every day, informing them, you know, what kind of person they are, what kind of member of the team they mean to this team. Just going out there showing them that each and every day is a great day to get better. You know, especially guys like Rodney and Marquise, you know, who are, you know, great scorers in this league.
Reed has high hopes for the rest of the season, and that will be key to his progress.
I definitely want to get to the NCAA tournament, so that means we got to win the regular season championship, and obviously as a freshman get Rookie of the Year.
Freshman Marquise Reed and transfer player Rodney Pryor are off the fast starts this season for the Colonials, especially during NEC play. They are under the leadership of head coach Andy Toole and the mentorship of senior Lucky Jones. From the Charles L. Soul Center, I'm Ian Kist, Colonial Sports Center.
After 3 games away from home, the Colonials took on St. Francis Brooklyn at the Soul Center Saturday. Leah Fechko and SFU recorded a double-double in the team's loss, while RMU shot 52% from within the arc and an impressive 62% from three-point range.
Looking for their 3rd straight win, the women's basketball team hosted Sacred Heart on Monday. The Colonials defeated the Pioneers behind their exceptional 45% shooting effort from the field. Stan Malayan, Prute Navarro, and Ravelli each tallied double-digit points in the contest. Now, moving on to the gridiron, with his Robert Morris career now concluded, Antoine Eddy that is finally pursuing his dream of playing in the NFL. He recently hired Omar Bradford as his agent and is currently training at Fast Twitch Performance Training, which for that and his combine and the pro day, he'll be completing his degree while in Florida through online classes.
While former punter Tony Lamacusa is in Arizona training, he had this to say, quote, "I will continue to work as hard as I can to make this organization proud every time I step on the field. I will give everything I have and I will leave everything on the field every single Sunday," end quote.
Now, coming up next, AJ Dalton, you're finally going to see him not in a Colonial uniform, not in a Detroit Lion uniform, but in studio with our own Hannah Smith, coming up next.
Of course, I am here with Romo. How are you doing today, Romo? Great. All right, so Romo, just a few questions. How do you think the game is going right now for the Colonials? All right, on top of that, what do you think about the play of Paul Jones and his defense just demolishing Morgan State right now? All right, well, you heard it here first. Romo with his insight to the game. Back to you guys.
Be sure to tune in to Colonial Sports Center every Thursday, 9:30 p.m. on RMUCentralMedia.com and Channel 98 around the Moon Township area.
Romo, have you downloaded the app?
Romo, have you seen this app?
Hey, have you seen the app yet? No? All right, put it down. I'll show you what you can do. All you have to do is install it, and it'll open up for you. My favorite part of it is the police blotter. Check this out. When you click into it, you're going to go right to the top left, and as soon as you click on it, everything will be there that you need, so you can stay safe.
Download the RMU Century Media app on the App Store. Romo likes it, and so will you.
Welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. I am here with former Colonial AJ Dalton. Now, thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
It has been a big year for you. You've had some time with the Detroit Lions, and you might be looking at another one here soon. So could you tell me a little bit about the training process for the NFL?
The training process is very rigorous. As you guys talked earlier on the show, Tony and Antoine, they're training right now in their respective places. I personally myself went to Atlanta to train. It's definitely a different type of preparation. Your strength and your speed are things that you work on, but you also need to work on becoming a man and making the transition into the pro level from the amateur.
All right, so what was it like being in the locker room with Calvin Johnson and Ndamukong Suh?
Personally, I look at it as a great opportunity to get better. I'm not a starstruck type of person. You know, I felt like I should be there, and I still am. But Calvin, he's a great guy. You know, he's so humble. He's almost shy, but he's a perfectionist at his craft. And Sue, he's a great guy too. You know, some people at home probably don't think that quite as much as I do, but he's a good role model, and he works hard, and he comes to work every single day and puts it all out there.
So have you learned any like tips and tricks from either of those two?
Yeah, definitely. Don't get blown back by Ndamukong Suh. But just basically learn how to be a professional and just come to work every day.
All right, now can you compare for me what's it like being on like a college football stadium compared to the NFL? Like, what's the atmosphere, the crowd? Just how's it differ?
It definitely differs. You know, my first game in Detroit, it was a packed house for Johnny Manziel's debut. There was 70,000 there. You know, a big difference from 5,000 at Robert Morris. But, I mean, the field's still 100 yards long, and, you know, you tend to block out those outside distractions and focus on the task at hand.
All right, then maybe going back to training camp, what was it like working with the Lions at their camp? How was the coaching different compared to maybe Joe Walton's and everything? Like, were you expecting what you were put through?
No, definitely not, and that's a big learning curve for rookies is, you know, to be at meetings on time. There's fines if you're late to meetings. It's a $1,000 fine if you're a minute late to a meeting. So it was definitely a help having Coach Walton coach me and tenure me along with Bad Rad and John Banaszak. Those are NFL guys. You know, they gave me their wisdom, and when I went there, you know, I did well, and I can accredit that to them.
Okay, so what do you think has been one of the biggest experiences or knowledge that you've gained from this process?
The biggest thing that I learned from this process is never be discouraged. You know, a lot of things happen when you start to become discouraged. You lose your self-confidence. You know, some guys, you know, hold themselves in and realize that this is a great opportunity and this is a blessing, and you should take full advantage of it, and don't be discouraged when things go your way, because it is a very competitive sport, and the people that dedicate themselves the longest are the ones that play the longest.
All right, so now I heard you got invited for a tryout with the Packers.
That's almost correct. I can't verify right now, but
Okay.
it's looking good right now. I'm working with my agent, Greg Diolis, through Vantage Sports Management. Right now he's working on that for me, and hopefully I can go up Monday and showcase my talent, and they like what they see and will sign me.
All right, and then real quick, I know there's 2 Colonials now that are looking to go into the NFL. What would be some advice that you would give them?
You know, it kind of goes back to what I said before. Just Antoine, Tony, don't get discouraged. This process is very long, and everything you do and say will be evaluated from what you wear to what you speak, how you act, plus everything that's happened before with your film. It's a great process. Enjoy it, and just stick with it. Don't get discouraged. Things happen to good people.
All right, well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have right now, but thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, Anna.
All right, now don't go anywhere because John and Kristen will be giving you the primetime plays of the week. Stick around.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did? Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
I'm starving. What's for breakfast?
Guten Tag!
Johannes, Ross!
I bring you arts-enriched Raisinblums, fortified with increased test scores and creative problem-solving skills.
It's good!
And good for you. Bobby? Susie? Don't worry, that's just the power of the art!
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit americansforthearts.org.
You ever think about buying a bigger place? Just waiting for a visit from the credit fairy. There is no credit fairy. How else will I get a better credit score? Look, you keep your credit card balances low and only open a new card if you really need it. No fairy?
There's no magic to improving your credit, but there's help, and it's free. Go to creditfairy.org.
Yes, ready.
Oh, come on, Randy. Animal shelter, here I come. And no, I'm not crazy or emotionally damaged. That's a stereotype. I just belong to a total loser. I'm a good dog. So if you want a pet, adopt. And if you see Randy, tell him he dropped his wallet.
We're right into primetime plays. Running out of time. Number 3, and the brightest stars shine in the prime time. Rebecca Bent to Mackenzie Johnston. 2-1 Quinnipiac, although they ended up losing in overtime.
And number 2 is going to come out here to Pryor, going to shoot the Jones from NBA range and sinks the 3.
He was quite lucky on that one. Now, Cody Wido teaches us all that 2 is not better than 1. Obviously, puts it behind the goaltender.
The Puckle City scores!
And that tied the record for points all-time at Robert Morris University. And those are your primetime plays of the week. So coming up next, Skate for the Cure weekend. Women's hockey taking on Lindenwood tomorrow, and Saturday men's hockey at Holy Cross. They're already there, actually, so 2 games, men's basketball and women's basketball, both taking on St. Francis Brooklyn. The women are on ESPN 3.
You know what else is going to come up on Monday? We have women's basketball at Mount St. Mary's. And then on Thursday, we have men's basketball taking on Fairleigh Dickinson here at the Soul Center at 7. It's an exciting day week full of basketball and
we
sports.
have a special thanks to AJ Dalton for coming and joining us once again. Excellent job. He's always a great friend of the show, always.
Oh, absolutely. I had the chance of interviewing him last season, and it was a great time doing that. So Hannah got the pleasure this time.
Big things coming for that guy. So we want to tell you what's going to go on next week. Women's hockey, we're going to recap Skate for the Cure, and Caitlin Scott, defenseman, Hockey Humanitarian Award nominee.
Oh, just like Brandy Pollock, who was that last year, continuing that on in the Colonial season.
A good trend coming around. So from everyone here at Colonial Sports Center, we're going to see you all next week. Wear some purple in your life, please, or at least use the hand soap that Bath & Body Works gives you.
Or at least wear pink.
Yes, actually, that's a lot better.
Wear pink this weekend.
Listen to her. We'll see you next week. Take it easy.